be divided.
Wake up, get unplugged, don't go inside this club.
We have been standing out here in the rain with a huge group of people. I am excited for the example that it's going to set for strippers, and I hope that it starts a wave. We're not asking for a lot. We're asking for the same rights and dignity and respect and safety as everybody else.
Here's our tally. Look at all those humans. Look at all the humans we've turned away.
We love themes. Strippers love a good theme.
Welcome to the roast of Star Garden!
My friends don't understand why we go to Star Gardens. They like to give money to the homeless. I like to give money to the topless.
The thing that I got fired for is because they weren't kicking all the customers out at the end of the night. And so I brought up this concern to the manager on duty. The bosses weren't there that night. His response was to make jokes and tell me that I was going to be murdered. I showed up ready to work for my next shift, and then the boss came out and told me in the parking lot that I was fired. For going off on staff. After I was fired, another dancer was fired, also for safety and privacy concerns. She was fired because she intervened when a customer was filming another customer on stage topless without her consent. We weren't allowed to go to the security if we needed help. We were told that the process was that we had to ask management, go to management first if we had a safety issue on the floor during a dance. And so the dancer, Selena, took matters into her own hands and went over to the customer to ask him to stop recording and to delete the video. Nothing happened to the customer who was filming a dancer without her consent, topless, but she was fired.
Security? Why won't you help me?
We want our privacy to be respected. That means we want customers to be kicked out at the end of the night so that they are not lingering. We want to be able to call security when we have an issue with customers on the floor. We also want copies of our contracts, which were never given to us. We want anti-racist language in the hiring practices. This strip club is extremely racist. They have not hired a single black dancer since they took over this club in June of 2021. That is why you see white bodies and light-skinned bodies in our campaign, because that is all that this club hired. And we want just cause firing where you can't be fired for a discriminatory reason and you can't be fired for no reason. It has to be just cause. They're trying to bust up the unity that was forming by having these private meetings. The dancers said, no, we're not meeting with you privately. We're demanding change altogether. And then that led to the strike, which is still ongoing. This was like, okay, they're still not acknowledging the strike. Okay, well, we're gonna hit you with 33 OSHA complaints. We were complaining about holes in the stage, literal gaping holes in the stage, nails sticking out of the stage. The pole was unsafe. There would be broken glass. On the stage and in the lap dance area, things were not properly cleaned. There were complaints about rodents and bugs, and the bathroom was not up to spec. There was a lack of ventilation. There were a lot of issues. It's very unlikely that they are going to voluntarily recognize, but you gotta give it a shot. So the National Labor Relations Board, they're hopefully going to grant us an injunction which would maintain, as we are alleging, that we were fired in retaliation illegally for what's called protected concerted activities, which includes standing up for our safety. Our election then goes to the NLRB to be certified. Then we are recognized as a union. It existed as a unionized strip club, also a worker-owned stripper co-op. It existed for 13 years before it unfortunately was forced to close its doors because of gentrification. It's very important to me and to all of us in the campaign that this is successful, because it is time. It is time because there are so many new industries right now that are unionizing for the first time. We're not the only ones. We are revolutionizing. We are changing this industry. It's happening right now. You can be a part of it or you can watch it happen, but it's still happening.